My friends, I'm getting ready to do what may seem on the surface to be one of the most foolish videos I've ever done. Kind of silly. It's silly the reason I'm doing it, but there's a deeper reason here if you hang with me to the end. Kind of a message that sort of, I hope, I guess sort of explains my whole attitude toward almost everything in my life, but particularly toward this YouTube channel. So I'm going to go ahead and just do this crazy thing. I'm going to tell you the story behind it real quickly. Last night, I'm just going through. My mom likes to get on Facebook, and you know how folks are. They get on Facebook and they just say crazy things. My mom does that pretty much. And anyway, I had posted earlier in the day a new Facebook photo of myself. And what I'd done, I had found some new styling gel because I'd gone to Walmart to get something. I can't remember what it was. I shop at Walmart a lot. And they didn't have my LA Looks styling gel. Now I'm gonna tell you about, this video is not about my hair at all. On the surface, it may seem to be. I get the cheapest styling gel I possibly can. LA Looks is usually $3. They didn't have it, so they had this stuff by Equate called Styling Gel Stronghold compared to American Crew. I don't even know what American Crew is, but it looked like the cheapest thing that might be okay. What the heck, I'll try a $4.50 styling gel for once. So the deal with my hair, I like to wear my hair really short. Back when I used to try to play rock and roll, I had long hair, long shaggy hair. And as I've grown up as an adult, I like to cut my hair really short. If you've seen some of my videos about barbershop, going to the barbershop, you see me get my hair cut really, really short, almost military style. So what I do, because I'm not the richest guy in the world, and maybe I'm cheap, I don't know, I just try to spend my money on wise things. But so I don't go get a haircut very often. What'll happen is after 3 or 4 weeks, it starts to get shaggy looking. And rather than going and getting a trim, I usually try to extend my haircut by putting styling gel in my hair and kind of pasting it down to my head. Makes it look tighter and like it, more neat rather than it being shaggy. If you look right now, my hair is pretty shaggy. And that's because it's been about 4 weeks since I've had a haircut. And so usually, like I say, 3 or 4 weeks in, I start putting styling gel in my hair. I paste it down to the side of my head, and it makes it controllable rather than just sticking out and going all kind of different ways. I must have strange genes. It's Scott, Irish, English, Swedish genes that make my hair just a bizarre mess sometimes. But it's cool that I've got it at my age. But my hair's been going gray ever so gently since I've been about 34 years old. I'm 57 now, so for 23 years my hair's been going gray. And I really dig gray hair. One of my favorite hair in the world is gray hair. I've always kind of wanted to have Michael McDonald hair. If you know what I'm talking about, go look at a picture of Michael McDonald. The guy's been totally white haired since he's in his 30s. And so I kind of want that. I kind of want that to happen. So I'm going through Facebook last night, and I had posted this picture of myself where I put this new styling gel. I said, hey, tried some new styling gel today. What do you think? And my mom comes on and makes this comment, your brothers always say you color your hair. And she sort of like, it wasn't mean or anything, mean-spirited. It says she's brought this up like half a dozen times, maybe more than that my brothers think I color my hair. And I just thought that was hilarious because, first of all, I've never, ever, ever thought about putting any kind of dye in my hair. More about that just in a minute. And hopefully this camera, here I got some bright lights. Hopefully this camera's seeing there's a lot of gray in my hair, right? I got to thinking, I think I know why they say this. Because when I put styling gel in my hair, for some reason with just the nature of it, the fact that it makes my hair look kind of wet, it makes my hair look darker. Makes my hair look probably 25% darker. So I'm going to do this first. I'm going to do this little experiment. This is just to show my brothers that this is probably why they think I color my hair, but I don't color my hair. And then I'm going to get on to the real message behind this video, which is very important to me, my YouTube channel, and just my life in general. This is just a testimonial I want to throw out there to you guys. I don't do a lot of preaching. This is not preaching. This is just my little testimonial, right? So I'm going to take this styling gel. I'm going to put a big wad of it. I'm going to let you watch the magic happen, right? You can see how gray my hair looks now. And this, I'm going to put probably more of it than I usually would. I'm just going to rub this mess in my hair. Let's do this. All right, this is crazy. This is generally about the way I do my hair too. I don't do anything to it. Usually don't even comb it. I just do that. And kind of, that's it. That's my hairdo right there, friends. So most of the videos you see with me, since I try to extend my haircut, you see me looking like this, not like you did just a minute ago before, while I was still kind of ragtag looking, right? So hopefully, I'm gonna do a before and after here. Hopefully you can see, and I hope this works the same way that the LA looks, at least, I think makes my hair look darker. So there's no color in this. As you can see there, it's totally clear. There's no dye or anything in it. I've never ever put any dye in my hair. So now on to the point. The reason I even made this video, because it doesn't make me mad that my brothers think I color my hair. No hard feelings, Tom or Tim, because of that. If you said that and continue to say that. Nah, I've never colored my hair. I think it's great if ladies want to color their hair. Go ahead and color your hair. Whatever makes you feel good about yourself. I happen to think that women are beautiful with gray hair too. Like Emmylou Harris, I've always thought was such a beautiful woman, and various different ones that let their hair go gray. I think gray hair is gorgeous. So I'm all for, I just love gray hair. I thought gray and white hair looked really awesome. And again, I'm looking forward to the time when I get old enough so that my hair just goes totally white. I hope it stays. If it doesn't though, I'll tell you this, I'm not going to, let's say I start losing my hair. I'm fairly lucky to have hair at 57. A lot of my friends don't. I don't feel superior in any way because of that. But if my hair starts to fall out and it looks weird, I'll probably just shave my head. I'll just be one of those guys that has a shaved head, because that's kind of what I almost do with my haircuts anyway. I get real short. The number one point I'm trying to make here, and what I want to say that is kind of my life philosophy and everything, is it's all sort of started happening, I guess, when I really became a Christian. So hang with me. I'm not going to make this all about being a Christian either, but might as well go ahead and tell you what changed in my life. Up until that point, which happened along about age 26, I didn't know who I was, didn't know what I was, didn't know what I wanted to be, didn't know where I was going in life, didn't really know that I had a purpose. It was just every day was trying to figure out life and just take the best opportunity that I had. And in those days I had no confidence. I'm not talking about pride or anything, I'm talking about just confidence in anything about myself. I felt very self-aware, and really not these days. Not since little by little since becoming a Christian, and I can't 100% tell you why that's happened. I sort of can, but I'm not going to get too much into the spirituality part of this. I'm just going to say that I used to want to change myself. I used to want to try to conform. I was the kind of person that would try to conform. If I were in a band and the other guys in the band looked a certain way, or if I was on the job and the people dressed a certain way, or they talked a certain way, I would think that I had to try to conform, had to kind of try to fit in with them. And as a Christian, I guess I started realizing that God made me the way He made me. I started becoming thankful. I started becoming thankful for the fact that I was born in the United States. God could have put me anywhere in the world. He could have given me different kind of parents. He could have given me a whole different situation. And He put me in rural Appalachia. He put me in a great country, in an awesome state. North Carolina is a tremendous state to grow up in. He put me in the Appalachian Highlands, just a few miles from the oldest mountains in the world, actually in the oldest mountains in the world, right next to Mount Mitchell. I mean, I could hike there in a day, no problem. I just realized how incredibly thankful and blessed I was. We didn't grow up with a whole lot of money or anything. Didn't have a lot of stuff. Worked hard for everything we had. My mom and dad worked super hard for it. And I started realizing I wasn't proud necessarily of these facts, but I was happy and thankful for them. And if God blessed me enough to put me in America, to put me in North Carolina, to put me in the mountains, to put me in the oldest place, one of the most ancient places in the world where I could get out and just, our land backed up to nothing, folks. It's a place called Deerlick Gap. If you want to look that up, Deerlick Gap in Little Switzerland. That's where my dad's farm was, and our nearest neighbor was a half-mile away. Then the backside of our property went off into a watershed region. There was nothing. And I had this incredible place to grow up. There's some videos of it on my YouTube channel. And I started realizing that if God had done all that for me and made me that way, why should I try to change it ever? Why should I ever try to change it? This hair stunt that I just did, I just want you to realize that I hope that when you watch my channel, you realize it's really me. One of the things I kind of set my goal from the beginning, I don't want to talk off of the teleprompter. I don't want to, I might plan some things I'm going to say, and I might have me a list of things, and I'll tell you if I do, but generally I just talk to people. I just talk straight to the people I'm trying to communicate with. There may not be 5 people watch this video, there may be thousands of people watch it. But I just want to be me. The greatest compliment my wife pays me, she never pays it directly to me, she pays it indirectly to me, and it's so cool, is since I've been doing the YouTube thing, from time to time subscribers will want to meet me, and they'll be coming through the area and, hey Tony, we'd like to connect with you, I'd like to see you and talk to you, meet you, maybe learn more about Morganton or the mountains or whatever. Got some friends I've made through guitar videos. Long story short with that though is when those people meet me, they'll invariably usually meet Nikki, my wife, and they'll say, hey, how you doing? I've seen you on the YouTube. I love your husband's video, I love Tony's videos. Maybe you don't love my videos, but these people that are the fans, they say that. And Nikki will say to them something that makes me so happy when she says it. She says, well, if you've seen him in the videos, you've seen him. He's 100% like himself in those videos. He doesn't change one bit. That's exactly the Tony Lee Glenn that you see is that joker in those videos. And that makes me really happy. That makes me realize that I'm being me, because the number one things there are about 3 things I don't like in this world. I don't like pretentiousness, number one. People that think they're better than other people. I think all people in this world are created equal, and that everybody is so. We're all created in the image of God, and we're all worth something. Every single person watching this video, whether you think you're high or low or in between or whatever, to heck with all that, man. God made you, God loves you, and everybody's worth equal in this world. Now we might set our aims and goals and things higher or lower or whatever, but then again, who's to decide what's high or low? Ultimately, try to be the best person you can be, and that's what I try to be. I try to be the best person I can be, but I don't ever think that anything I do or accomplish or achieve in life makes me any better than anybody else. So I want to be humble. I like humility. I like people that are humble. My dad, that was one of his number one things. He had verses in the Bible where he'd say, pride goeth before a fall, and that you should humble yourself. And so my dad totally believed that, and that's one of the things I totally adopted from my dad. And so I don't like pretentiousness. I don't like fakeness. I don't like people trying to change what they are to suit the moment. I'll sit in meetings sometimes, and there'll be some people in there that I listen to them talk, and they talk just like I do, or they talk similar to the region here. Maybe there's some sort of highfalutin person from another place that's in the meeting, and the person that I work with day in, day out, or some person that I know starts trying to talk in a different accent to kind of conform to what that person is. Basically, the person has abandoned their identity, and they've decided that what they are is not good enough to communicate with this other person. Now me, I don't like to misuse the English language. So in other words, if I find out I'm saying a word wrong, for instance, when I was a kid, I used to think the thing that was up on the roof that smoke came out of was a chimney. I called it a chimney. When I was old enough to read and realized it was chimney, I started changing the word to chimney. So it's not that I won't change my language and use better grammar. I try not to say ain't, even though I grew up saying ain't all the time. And it ain't like I always do it. But what I'm saying is I try to be the best me that I can be, but I'm not going to change who I am. I'm not going to change my accent. If I'm comfortable wearing drab colors, and usually I am. I like to wear black and gray and dark red or whatever like that. I don't want to draw attention to myself. The videos I do are not about me trying to show off or anything. It's honestly about me trying to sort of make a mark and bless somebody in some way, really just answering people's questions and leave something behind that's worth seeing or you know. The other thing too, I like to promote the area. I like to promote stuff I like. I like to promote things that I think are cool, things I think are really fun and good. And so I put things like that there, but I always try to be real. Don't want to be fake. I don't want to be putting on airs ever. So I guess there's a third thing I guess I could say. But back to that point, the one thing that you'll see, a lot of people that watch my channel will watch it and they'll see the guitar videos and stuff. And I'm positive if you're a guitar player that you've watched my videos and you've seen that I leave the screw ups in. I very seldom cut screw ups out. If I'm just rattling on and on and on and on and say, oh, crap, I'm playing for 3 minutes here, I should stop playing a minute ago, then I'll cut there. But you'll see plenty of mistakes. I don't try to create the perfect video like I'm some guitar god. I'm not. I'm just some dude that likes to jam and play a lot of blues scales. So hopefully, one of the reasons people like my videos, hopefully for me, at least that's what I tell myself, and it's what some people have told me, is that I'm just genuine. And so the number one thing I guess I'd say, I won't go into the third thing I was going to say that I dislike. I don't like this thing to be negative. I will say one thing though, one more point I want to make out this is that if my brothers think that I color my hair and that I'm sort of fake about that, I wonder what else they think I'm fake about. There's a problem here in that I'm about 6 years older than my two younger brothers. They're about 1.5 years apart. So I was about 6 years old when Tom was born. Tim was born 1.5 years later, so since they were very close in age, they grew up very much together, and I kind of ignored them. They were a pain in the butt for me, you know, so I just love them so much. I love my brothers, so I know they love me. And I know they don't mean any harm by anything like that, so please don't think I'm trashing them. My brothers see this. I hope they do see this. I hope they don't think I was in any way mad. But the last thing I will say is I realized my brothers don't know me like they should. My wife does, because she's there with me every single day. And I live 50 miles away from my brothers. I can't be up there with them all the time. Can't be communing with them and all that, but I need to do that more. I need to get to see my brothers more. And hopefully this proves to them, I hope that it worked. I hope it worked like the LA Looks did. Maybe I've gotten this high dollar now that I paid $4.50 instead of $3 for styling gel. Yeah, this is foolishness. I know it's foolishness, but what I want to say is be genuine, be who you are. Don't be afraid to be who you are. Don't think you've got to conform. Don't think you got to fit somebody else's box. Don't think that anything about you is less acceptable or perfect. And nobody's perfect, but don't think you're something less than somebody else because of who you are, where you're from, how much money you make, what kind of job you have, what kind of house you live in. Praise God, man. He gave me a way better house than I deserved to have. I bought it at a great time. Praise the Lord. Some people think they're going to see my house. I got this house way cheaper than I should have been able to get it. I am not. I'm not a rich person. I'm a guy that's worked hard for a long time and worked my way up steady by little by little and just asked God to guide my steps. And that's what I've done. That's what this is all about. That's what this video is about. I don't ever want to be anything other than the best me that I can be. And I think that's a good thing to do. If you can improve yourself, fine. But you don't have to change who you are or what you are. You know, realize you are made in God's image. And you want to lose some weight, fine. Be the best you can be. I'm trying to lose weight not because I want to be good looking. And I don't put styling gel on my hair because I want to be good looking. I do it because I'm cheap and can't afford haircuts. But I try to lose weight because I realize I feel miserable when I'm fat. Those are all good things. Try to be the best you can be, but don't be afraid to be you. Don't ever abandon yourself. Have confidence in yourself. The more you're you, the more you let your light shine. Now, like I say, the Christianity thing changed that in me. I wasn't that way before. Yeah, now I'm not afraid to be in a rock band and have short hair, or to play a gospel song when I would never have admitted I liked gospel music back then, or that I liked the Bee Gees. I loved it that I saw the Foo Fighters doing a Bee Gees song the other day. More Than a Woman, I think. I love it that Dave doesn't mind. Dave will do anything. It's kind of me. Just be who you are. Be what you love. Do the things you love. But try to be kind and good and gracious to others. That's the number one thing I say. Peace to all who watch. I always say that at the end of my videos. I totally mean it. We need to all love one another. Love will keep us together, right? Rather than drive us apart. Love my brothers Tom and Tim. Mom, I'm not mad at you for sharing with the world that my brothers think that I color my hair. I don't. I'm just dying for it to turn gray. It would be pretentious for me, I think, to go dye my hair gray and then the black start coming out. Again, peace to all who watch. Subscribe to the channel if you like.